Hi, it is May 25th, 2026, Memorial Day, and we are in Independence, Missouri. Independence is the hometown of President Harry S. Truman. So we're going to drive through portions of Independence. It's very historic. It had Civil War battles here, but right behind me is 1827 log courthouse, erected on the southeast corner of Lexington and Lynn Streets as a temporary home for Jackson County government. This building has housed functions of the Jackson County Court as late as 1932 under Judge Harry S. Truman. And this was the first courthouse of Jackson County, Missouri, erected in 1827. Okay, now just a block north, we're coming into the square. And I'm not sure how much I'll be able to get of this because the streets are one way on the passenger side. But this is the new courthouse. There's a statue of Harry Truman out front, and you look across the square, a store called Wild About Harry. It's the historic Truman Courthouse. There's a lot of, this is just to the east of Kansas City, Missouri. And there's a statue of General Andrew Jackson, 1767 to 1845. The statue presented to the people of Jackson County by Harry S. Truman, President of the United States, 1949. Now, if you check your history, Harry Truman wasn't all that popular when he was president, but since the end of his presidency, he has become much more popular. People quote Harry Truman. People say, "What would Truman do?" That kind of thing. But here we go. There's the Wild About Harry as one of his slogans. And we're going to go down this way. Independence is very proud of Harry Truman, and rightfully so. All right, there's a visitor center for Harry S. Truman National Historic Site. It's a National Park Service. We are turning west onto Truman Road. Gosh, I wonder who that's named for. At one time, Truman Road, which goes into Kansas City and becomes 15th Street. Oh, let's go down this way because here's a mural. Sign Truman had on his desk as president The buck stops here. Getting back around. Alright. There's a better shot of the courthouse. It's a neat square, but we were just on Truman Road, but we're going to go down here. You see that spire in the distance? That is Reorganized Church of Latter-day Saints. Not the Mormons, but the Reorganized Latter-day Saints. And let's see if I can get a best way to get in there. A lot of history in Independence. Okay, we're on, turning on to Lexington. We'll get to where we're headed here in just a minute. Okay, the Mormons started back in New York and traveled across the country, kept getting chased out of areas. They weren't real popular. Breakoff was the Reorganized Latter-day Saints, and this is their headquarters. Come on, give me a good view. Now, what the Mormons believe, and the Reorganized Church of Latter-day Saints, is that Jesus Christ will return his second coming. He will be returning here in Independence, Missouri. So this is very significant for Latter-day Saints and for Mormons. And I'm going to show you something here in just a second. This is I believe this is it. Yep, this is Temple lot. Now this is called the Temple lot. And it's owned by a small breakoff of the Mormon Church, not the Latter-day Saints. But this is the exact spot they say Christ will return. That green field. Okay. Let's read this sign. This is the temple site. Come on. August 3rd, 1831, Joseph Smith Jr., prophet and founder of the Church of Christ, with 7 other church leaders, dedicated this site for the temple in the city of Zion, where this church believes the Lord will come to his people in the last days. Right here. And behind it, that's the Reorganized Latter-day Saints, their main temple. But like I said, the temple lot is owned by that little church. There's the temple lot. There's the Reorganized Church of Latter-day Saints, or RLDS. That's their main temple. Go up here. There's a visitor center across the street. If you want to come visit, there's temple lot. And like I said, temple lot is owned by that little church. I'm sure that Mormons or RLDS would pay a lot of money if that little church would sell it, and that is the Church of Christ. I'm not a Mormon, nor am I a member of the RLDS. I just thought I'd get this because it was very interesting. It's in Independence, Missouri, and I thought you might like to see it.